Okay, I need you to imagine something with me. An SCP so bad that the ocean itself wants it gone. That's SCP-3700. I've never seen this one before, and I don't think I'm ready, to be honest. Let's watch.
Destroyers, cruisers, and battleships fire special weapons and harpoons at one of the creatures, attempting to help turn the tide in favor of one. But they appear to have almost no effect on the gigantic monster.
Bro, that's gotta be so scary.
I'm Dr. Bob, and this is SCP-3700, also known as the Tides of War.
Interesting.
SCP-3700 is what the SCP Foundation has labeled an 800-kilometer circular area in the North Sea, located southeast of Iceland and north of the United Kingdom.
What?
The circle contains the Faroe, Orkney, and Shetland Islands. SCP-3700 experiences all kinds of strange, anomalous activity, including extreme weather and geological events.
Oh, jeez.
These are caused by the interaction between two separate entities, which have been designated as SCP-3700-1
It's a lobster.
and SCP-3700-2.
It's a newt.
SCP-3700-1 is an arthropod resembling the common lobster,
Yeah.
except this crustacean is 6 kilometers long. It has a variety of blue, yellow, pink, and red markings
drew on
carved
his
into its
head?
carapace that resembles a
carved?
woman's face. Its two club-like appendages are capable of striking, but they also produce a cavitation bubble that generates a force equal to several tons of dynamite, similar to what the mantis shrimp is able to do, but on a much larger scale. 3700-1 can reach speeds faster than 100 kilometers per hour, and has even shown the ability to demanifest and disappear if it doesn't locate SCP-3700-2 within roughly 15 days after appearing. It travels the full 800-kilometer area of SCP-3700 in a spiral pattern from the center out toward the edge. Interestingly,
Searching for the other one,
the center is the exact center point between the 3 island chains located within the circle, and is home to numerous shipwrecks. Since being first discovered by the Foundation in 1922, 3700-1 has slowed down considerably in its movement and has lost a significant amount of mass.
What does
It
that
was
mean?
first measured at a length of 16 kilometers, a full 10 kilometers longer than its current state. It also appears weaker and seems to be having a much harder time subduing SCP-3700-2. SCP-3700-2, on the other hand, looks like it belongs to the family of ray-finned fish and has an appearance that closely resembles the pelican eel, except that it has 13 appendages encircling the middle section of its.
What the fuck kind of anatomy is this? Those pelican fucking bird things, bro, they're fucked up.
These appendages look like the tentacles of an octopus, complete with suckers, and can tuck them into its body when not in use. 3700-2 is currently 32 kilometers long, and opposite to SCP-3700-1, it is growing larger, having only been 300 meters long when first identified in 1945. It's also able to produce high-energy sound waves and streams of blue fire from its mouth that it uses to destroy close-range targets.
Oh my gosh, bro, calm down.
SCP-3700-2 appears at random locations within the 800-kilometer area, except during the spring and autumn equinoxes, when it appears at the exact center of SCP-3700.
Why is that?
It stays submerged unless it encounters 3700-1 or another object, and will demanifest roughly 15 days after first appearing. It's extremely hostile to any creature or object that approaches it, and has even been witnessed destroying entire pods of whales.
Oh my god.
Conventional weapons have no effect on it, and even special anomalous weapons used by the Foundation have only had a moderate effect. Only 3700-1 has so far been able to subdue it. When SCP-3700-1 and 3700-2 do meet each other, they will engage in a prolonged fight, with each attempting to temporarily kill or subdue the other. Historically, the winner of each contest would swap depending on which half of the year it was, with 3700-1 consistently winning during the Northern Hemisphere's spring and summer, and 3700-2 winning during the fall and winter. However, since the Foundation has begun implementing containment procedures, SCP-3700-1 has won the last 64 cycles in a row. A number of changes happen when one of the creatures wins. When 3700-1 is successful, major storms in the area immediately cease, crop yields double, and
Okay.
local oceanic life increases their reproductive rates by
Nice.
a factor of 3.
That's
This
pretty
can
good.
lead to dead zones forming from the overpopulation of certain
Ooh.
species of zooplankton.
Watching
When
SCPs.
SCP-3700-2
Got some fun animated
wins
ones
and
here.
subdues or kills 3700-1, the weather becomes
thank you
very
for the posture check.
dangerous,
Oh my God, I
with
needed that.
powerful hurricanes and rapid temperature changes that can range from below 0 to over 28 degrees Celsius, capable of causing massive damage to buildings and huge losses of life.
Damn.
Travel by sea becomes extremely difficult due to huge waves and storm surges, making it difficult for supplies to reach the islands. Ocean food sources are driven from the area, and crop yields are reduced.
Ooh.
Following its victory, 3700-2 does not demanifest, and instead continues to patrol the area
What?
and attack vessels, and will even approach the islands themselves.
That's terrible.
Foundation Naval Task Force Delta 7, nicknamed Northern Storm, is tasked with locating and assisting SCP-3700-1 in its struggle against 3700-2.
Oh my gosh.
When Delta 7 locates SCP-3700-1, it will often acknowledge their presence by raising 2 of its claws into the air and
Okay.
clicking them while making a low rumbling noise with its mouth. The cruisers, meanwhile, attempt to draw its attention by firing and moving in a serpentine pattern at a distance of 300 meters.
I've said this before about some of these SCPs. Some of the way they're set up and like described is so factual that it makes it sound like it's real. All you have to be is just like a bit too asleep, a little bit drunk, maybe you've had like a tasty treat of some kind, and you're just not fully with it, bro. You're just not fully with it, and it'll trick you into thinking it's real. The number of times I've been watching this, I've been a bit tired, and I've been like, wait a minute.
They whip, bite, and club each other,
Oh my
cracking
gosh.
armor and ripping off tentacles and other appendages, until one finally stops
No!
moving and dissolves into the sea.
The lobster schmeat.
Should SCP-3700-2 be successful in defeating 3700-1, then Project Tumult is activated, and the
Tumult. Who's coming up with these names, bro?
first, there is an immediate evacuation of all naval and civilian craft from the 800-kilometer zone.
Okay.
Next, all trade and ferry routes are stopped or rerouted for at least
No,
6
don't stop the
months,
ferry. I
and
need
land-based aquatic defenses are activated. Aerial craft will continue to monitor and engage with 3700-2, while others continue to look for a reappearance of SCP-3700-1. Since it appears that SCP-3700-1 continues to physically degrade, and with the exact opposite being true for 3700-2, it's been proposed to let 3700-2 win and subdue 3700-1 twice every 5 years, despite the
Interesting.
terrible effect on locals in the area. Though this plan has yet to be approved, it may be the only chance to stop 3700-2 from becoming so strong that 3700-1 is never able to defeat it again.
Interesting.